Hey y'all, what's up? It's John, and I wanted to highlight another quick plugin I made with Claude AI. In this example, we needed a ticket revenue calculator to calculate creators' take-home pay after they do a funnel. And so the way funnel works is there's a 10% platform fee, and there's some Stripe fees, and then there's a transaction fee. So let's say this person did a 20 ticket funnel, and let's say all couples bought them, so 10 transactions. And let's say that it went for $1,000 a ticket. I hit calculate here, and then it gives me a nice revenue breakdown. Here's the 20 grand of the revenue breakdown, the 20 tickets times $1,000. Here's our platform fee. Here's the card fees. We pay a little more because we hold the card. We don't charge it right away. We only charge if a hidden reserve is met. So that costs us an extra 0.4% in Stripe. And then here's 30 cents per transaction. There were 10 transactions, the 10 couples, and this is the take-home pay for the creator. And so, and then also on the back end, it gave me this ticket revenue deal here that I'm able to do this all on the back end if I wanted. Maybe this one 20 tickets, or let's just say 50 tickets, and there's all individual buyers, 50 buyers at 800 a ticket calculator, and then it just gives me this back here if I don't want to do it on the front end. And then it tells me the short code to use to display that calculator on any page. Super handy. So let's hop into Claude and see what I prompted to get this to happen, and what went right and what went wrong. And so I had gave it a prompt earlier about figuring this up, and I said, can we make a WordPress plugin for this number of tickets, price per tickets? And initially I didn't give enough info for it to make it. So then I gave it an example, which I'm learning really helps. If you give it a situation or you give it an example, it's better for it. And so I kind of outlined this, and it gave me, it ended up just giving me this take-home amount, and that was it. There was no breakdown that it gave me. And so I said, hey, this is what it's going to ask for. Oh, because originally here, number of tickets and price per ticket, that worked fine, but that assumes that every ticket is a transaction, and that's not the case. One person might buy 4 tickets. So for those 4 tickets, it'd be 1 transaction, versus if 4 people bought 1 ticket each, that'd be 4 tickets sold, 4 transactions. So I had to include that, like, hey, the plugin's going to ask for a number of tickets, number of buyers, price per ticket. And so then it gave me a version of the plugin where it would just spit out this take-home amount. And that wasn't quite, I needed to show those other items. So I said, hey, can we show gross revenue, platform fee, and the card fees and the net revenue? So then it gave me a version where it did that. And initially it gave me a critical error. So I just told it, give me a critical error. It rebuilt the plugin, and then I realized I was missing. Up here, I had asked for it to have the 3.3 and the 30 cents per transaction together in one line. I actually wanted those to be broken apart. And so then I asked it, sorry, can we have it show the gross revenue, the platform fee, card fees, transactions, and net revenue? And that's what we're getting here. We're getting the transactions on its own line, the card fees on its own line, so they can easily see exactly what they're getting. Same thing on the front end. Those are all on their own lines. And so then it gives me this version, which threw me a critical error. So I just told it this is throwing me a critical error. I probably should have gave it the test site I was working on. It was a test URL. I didn't think about that till later. So then it rebuilds the calculator for me, and it ends up giving me a version to where after I would hit calculate, instead of scrolling me down to this revenue, it would start me back up here, and then I have to scroll down to see the results. And so then I ask it, hey, can we have it scroll to the revenue breakdown after someone submits? Right now it just goes to the top of the page, you have to scroll down. And so then it gives me a version that does that, but then I realize that all the CSS code is mixed in with the plugin code. I'll show you an example here. So like right here, it's doing all the CSS right in here. And I was like, it's kind of sloppy and I want to add some CSS. And especially when it came to like a button and a hover, having all the CSS in here just wasn't working for me. And so then I asked it, hey, can we have all the CSS live in its own file? And then this is when it gave me the final version where it ended up being the PHP file and then the admin styles for the back end. So that would be these styles here, which initially this text was green. These blues were the old WordPress blue, not this new one that I like. So I changed that. And then there's a front end CSS file. And so let's just look and see what those, so once we had that, great, cool. So let's go ahead and look at these files. And so then what I did was I just went in here, I updated some of this info to be my info and stuff like that, and give Claude attribution up here. And then I just went through and like this here is where you can pick which dash icon in WordPress in the sidebar and then what position. So like 30 puts it way down here. I think I changed to like 3 so it could get up here up by the dashboard area. So that's what that guy does there. And then I edited some of this here just to tighten things up. But overall, this was working pretty well for me. So yeah, so basically, and it's so nice that it comments this stuff. So here's the admin page, and it's telling you all the admin page. And then eventually it tells you, here's the shortcode code. And then it prints out here's what it's going to look like on the front end, the table that eventually that you get. And then here's the admin styles. And then here's the front end styles. And so then basically let me go ahead and open up my code editor here. Yeah, so here's my final version here. And you'll see in the admin file, I updated some of the CSS to use that new blue color. Very minimal for the admin side. Front end, I spent a little more time on because I was using our font from the website, using our brand colors for the submit button. Because initially it was just, I had to style the fields and the tables to get it how exactly I wanted. But again, a little over 100 CSS lines here, not bad at all. And then the main plugin file, like I said, I filled this out a little bit more. I think that was mainly, I edited some of the language here. Put the funnel platform fee in here. So at first glance, you can kind of look at it and be like, okay, yeah, I kind of see how this is going to work. So yeah, super great. Oh yeah, there 3. That's where I changed that 3. So dash icons calculator. So for example, if I didn't want the, WordPress dash icons, here's where you can go grab a different one. So maybe instead I want to use this menu one. So it's dash icons menu. Easy enough. I can just change this to dash icons menu and save it and then go refresh my back end here. And so now this calculator is going to turn into a menu. Cool. I like it as the calculator, so I'll change that back. But it just shows you how easy it is to quickly do this. And actually, I'm going to change it to say funnel revenue instead of ticket revenue. So let's just do that. Funnel revenue. Yeah, that's better. There we go. And then with that in mind, I can go, I need to change this ticket revenue calculator. Oh, that's right here. Sweet. Funnel revenue calculator. Number of tickets. Great. Dope. Revenue breakdown. That's all fine and good. On the front end, funnel ticket. Let's just say funnel revenue calculator. That's better. Cool. Great. Excellent. Okay, save that. I'll drag that over now. Yeah, so now funnel revenue calculator, if I need to open up a new version of this page. Funnel revenue calculator, number of tickets, let's say 100, 50 buyers, and 500 a ticket. Let's calculate this. It's going to calculate, scroll me down, revenue breakdown. Dope. So anyway, yeah, I think this plugin probably would have cost me maybe 750 or a grand if I had a developer build this for me. And so it's just another tool. Another video I highlighted making this funnel generator plugin here, where I can choose a category and then I can hit generate and it generates ideas. And then it also gave me back here, it actually through ACF Pro, it actually set up an interface where either one of my coworkers could go in here and easily add new categories and then new ideas for each category. And it set all this up. This one I would probably would have spent about 3,500. So anyway, yeah, Claude AI by Anthropic, Claude AI. It's killer. It's been really great. I'm excited to keep moving forward and using it for more things. All right, y'all. Cheers.